Okay, hi guys. One more today, hopefully, maybe. I just wanted to do a tarot tag today for Arwen's tarot train. This is Leisa over at the Tarot Alchemist, her tarot reflection tag. It took me a while to figure this out. I had a really hard time with the minor question. So bear with me. So the first question is, what genre of tarot are you drawn to? And I really think I'm very eclectic in everything that I do. I'm eclectic in music. I will listen to Broadway show tunes and opera and Barbra Streisand and Aerosmith and Motley Crue and Bob Seger, and I'm very eclectic in everything that I do, so it depends on my mood. But if I had to nail it down, I guess I would say probably like earthy, pagan-y kind of decks. I have like the Witch's Tarot, Ellen Dugan's The Witch's Tarot is like one of my favorites. I carry that around a lot. The Green Witch, I love that one. The Gaian Tarot, I just got the Gaian Tarot. I really like that one. Wildwood is one of my favorites. I also like kind of fantasy decks too. The Hidden Realm Tarot of the Hidden Realm. I love that with the Fae in there. But that's, to me, that's kind of nature and earthy too. So the Book of Shadows Tarot, I like one side of it. I can't remember which side. I'm not so crazy about the modern side of that, but I use the other side a lot. So I think more earthy decks is probably, the genre that I'm most drawn to. Number 2 is use a card from the majors and a card from the minors to describe your greatest strengths. I think I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on this one too, but I'm going to say justice. One of the things that moves me the most is injustice, and I'm sure part of that is because I'm a Libra. But when I say it moves me, I mean I have gotten into screaming matches with people I don't know. I am very aware of inequality and people who are downtrodden and already in a disadvantage, minorities, whether it be your skin color or your sexual orientation or your financial abilities. I really feel in all of my adult life that I have always really stepped up and helped people to fight for their own rights. I think part of that means that I sometimes can be very stubborn about things that I believe in and sarcastic. So I have been working on that a lot. And it's funny though, the older I get, the better I get at that, not hiding my true feelings, but presenting my true feelings in a much more healthy way. I'll put it that way instead of my way or the highway type stuff. Although there are some things that are just black and white to me, and it is kind of, this is the right way. And if you don't believe that, I have a very hard time when something is very black and white, being able to see your side of it. If you don't have truly what I consider to be good reasons, I don't know. Yes and no. I think it's a good strength though, because I always stand up for the little guy. I'll say that. So my minors card, boy, I went back and forth and back and forth. I had a couple queens out, and I thought, I don't really see myself as that. Although I do see myself as a leader too, a healer, and have always tried to lead when I'm doing things, but it didn't feel right. So I chose the 7 of Cups, and I feel like one of my strengths is to see that there are lots of choices in life, and I like in my job, it's a very scientific job because I'm dealing with radiation and x-ray, but it also deals with people, and being an empathic person helps with how people feel when they come in for a mammogram. I focus on lots of different things. Like I said, I'm very eclectic with everything in my life. I like science a lot, and I like history a lot, and I like music and art, and I think that's a big strength because you can connect with people on lots of different levels. So describe how these cards play out in your everyday life. Are these strengths being fully utilized in your mundane life? Yes and no. I think full utilization is impossible. When you have to financially make money, sometimes you are not doing everything that you would like to do with your life. One of the things I have talked about is that I want to open a witchy shop someday, and I really feel like that'll happen someday. Whew, my allergies are getting me. But you know, you have to make money, you have to live and support your family, and so we're not quite there yet. So I feel like some of my strengths are not being used, but I find ways to use them when I can, either at work or at home, or I started a Sacred Feminine group, so I really like that because it gives me an opportunity to teach and to use my spiritual gifts that way. Justice-wise, I feel like I probably could do more in my mundane life with justice-wise, but being a mom and having a full-time job and trying to do some of your spiritual life kind of means that some other things that you would like to do fall to the wayside. Politically, I have very strong feelings about stuff, and I would like to volunteer for campaigns and stuff, and I almost did in the last campaign, and I didn't, and now I regret it because the outcome was so shitty. Share one tarot spread you love to use for shadow and healing work. I am not a person that uses spreads very much yet. I feel like I'm still learning the tarot. I've been learning for a year and a half or so. I kind of do my own spreads. I can signify this card to me means what the problem is, and this card, but I don't have specific spreads other than like past, present, and future. I use that a lot. Kind of gives me an idea of where I was coming from and what I'm looking at now and what I can look forward to in the future. If you were to scan over your personal tarot, spiritual, witchy practice in the last 6 months, what would you say is the most common theme showing up for you? It's funny. First of all, for a long time, any reading that I did for myself really, to me, was very clear about the fact that I need to, it was always, it's time to jump off the cliff, which to me really meant it's time to open your witchy shop. I just have to, my youngest son is 15. So when he graduates, that's kind of the stepping off point for me. That's where I need to shit or get off the pot. It's time to really think about how I want to do this. And I'm preparing stuff along the way, getting all the certifications I need. I don't know if you can see this room at all. You can see that I have basically a Witchy store in my room already. So I collect stuff that I think is for my store, and you know, I have all kinds of notebooks that I have ideas for my store, but I'm just not there yet. And all of the tarot, not all, but a lot of the themes of my tarot spreads that I do for myself are, you know, standing at the edge of the cliff and it's time to jump off the cliff. Let's go. You know what you're supposed to be doing and you need to do it. So it has encouraged me to keep going, to keep preparing, to keep working towards that goal, even though I know I'm not quite ready to be there yet. There's a lot of stuff that I can do in the meantime so that I am totally and absolutely ready when it's time. So that has been a big theme for me in all my spiritual practice in the last 6 months. That really has made me do some things that I wouldn't normally do, like start a sacred feminine group. We meet on the new moon, and so far I am probably the most knowledgeable spiritually. So I have fire trucks. I have been teaching most of the classes, although I absolutely give up the reins and try to nudge them, the other people in the group, to teach what they know too. So, you know, we're getting there. Thank you so much for doing this tag. I thought it was a great thinker, made me think about a lot of stuff, and really helped me to look at the different tarot cards and what I thought of what they meant. So thanks. Have a great day.